another Let's Get Graphic. This past Saturday was Free Comic Book Day, if you were not aware of that. I usually participate in Free Comic Book Day, and Free Comic Book Day is the first Saturday of every May. I just had a lot of stuff going on this Saturday, and there was only really one book that I was interested in picking up, because you can look at the Free Comic Book Day website and see what books they're offering before the actual event. So I looked and I saw there was only the New 52 book that was being offered that I was really interested in. I mean, it was kind of wavering on some of the independents they had to offer, but, you know, like I said, I had so much going on that day, I just wasn't able to make it out and get to it. And plus I figured there were so many other people, like, drawing attention to Free Comic Book Day. I even noticed that, like, booktubers who don't even read comic books were even, like, making videos or tweeting about Free Comic Book Day, so I didn't really feel it was necessary for me to make a video for Free Comic Book Day. Well, anyways, I keep getting a lot of new subscribers. They don't always stay on, but for those that do, perhaps you've never seen one of these Let's Get Graphic videos before, so I feel like I have to explain what the Let's Get Graphic videos are. Basically, they are graphic novels that I have borrowed from my library, so it's kind of like a book haul, I guess you could say, but more or less it is a to-be-read video. So these are books that I am going to read very shortly, and if you look at my past Let's Get Graphic video uploads, in correlation with my Goodreads account, I always upload this lately just before I get ready to read them for reasons I've mentioned in past Let's Get Graphic videos. So let's start with what I will be reading soon. I've always been a fan of Star Wars, but I've never really read the novels. I never even checked out the comic books. So my youngest son is really into Star Wars, which has kind of revitalized my interest in Star Wars. And I decided to check out a few of the many graphic novels that are out there for Star Wars. I got one so far. It is a really teeny tiny copy, and it is Star Wars Adventures, The Will of Darth Vader. Of course, there's the back. And there's some of the inside to see if you can see what it's like. So yeah, like I said, I wanted to check these out. I think in the future I will be checking out more of these. And it's kind of ironic because yesterday, as I'm filming this now, was May the 4th. Didn't think I would be filming this like the day afterwards. But another graphic novel. I am a huge fan of X-Men, and I figured I would check out this book, Magic Storm and Illyana. If you don't know who Illyana is, she is an X-Man named Magik, who is the sister of Colossus. She has, like, teleporting capabilities where she uses these discs, and she uses black magic. She grew up in hell or something like that. Another book we have is, this is one that was turned into a major motion picture. This is The Losers, and this is volume 2. I have not seen the film. I just think it's amazing and pretty cool that a lot of, you know, movies lately have been, you know, they've gotten their inspiration from graphic novels, and this is one of them. So here's some of the inside artwork. Hopefully it's interesting. I'm gathering that it's like a spy type drama type book. And here's book 1 of The Losers. This was a good read recommendation. It was in my list of books I should check out. They're graphic novels. It is The Undertaking of Lily Chen by Danica Novgorod. But the story sounds really, really interesting. And to tell you the truth, right now I cannot even recall what it was, but I saw that it was recommended for me, and I decided to read the intro of what it's about. Okay, in the mountains of northern China, ancient custom demands that every man have a wife to keep him company in the afterlife. Okay, so he takes some girl to basically join him in the afterlife. So it sounds kind of interesting. It should be strange yet different graphic novel. I used to be a big fan of the New Mutants, and this is the classic New Mutants. I'm not sure which volume this is, because I hate when they cover the bind and you can't see which number it is, but I know it's not one of the first ones, it's one of the later ones. And here's some of the inside. The classic, X-Men uniforms, the black and yellow. And I've got a couple of books. I've heard people complaining on Twitter that there's not enough diversity in books. And I just flat out have to say, if you're not finding diversity in books, it's because you're not looking in the right places. There is plenty of diversity in books, and there is especially a lot of diversity in graphic novels and comics. So you have no excuse if you're not reading diverse books because you're not looking for them. With that being said, this is a book, another one that was recommended to me by Goodreads, and it is the story about a Mexican. I think it's his adventures in America, and it's called Julio's Day by Gilbert Hernandez. Black and white, and it starts in 1900 and ends with his death in 2000. So it sounds interesting, and it's definitely a different perspective. Here is a French graphic novel called Why I Killed Peter, and this was another one that was recommended to me by Goodreads. I have not read any French graphic novels or comics before, but I'm willing to give it a shot if Goodreads thinks it's a good fit for me. Another X-Men, this one is Wolverine and Gambit. The inside and the back. And the last one is another one that Goodreads recommended. This one is called The Last Days of an Immortal. I think this is another French one, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it's another French graphic novel, but it's a science fiction one. Oops, black and white. So that is my Let's Get Graphic. Questions, comments down below. I say this every time, and very rarely do people comment. Have you read any of these books? Do they sound interesting to you? Did you go to Free Comic Book Day, and what books did you pick out? Did you find some new favorites or something you may have been looking for? Yeah, the ball is in your court. Leave me something down below. Let me know what you thought. Till next time, later guys.